According to their tax records, former U.S. President Donald Trump and his wife Melania had negative income in 4 of the 6 years between 2015 and 2020. Donald Trump stated he had a loss. According to a study from the House Ways and Means Committee, the Trumps filed an income tax liability of just $750 in 3 of those years, 2015, 2016 and 2017. Following a 2016 court dispute, the Democrat-controlled panel voted 24-16 along partisan lines on Tuesday night to make the Trumps' tax returns public. The complete publication of the returns is anticipated in the upcoming days after all personally identifiable information has been removed from them. The Trumps' adjusted gross income for the 6-year period covered by the returns was negative $53.2 million, and they owed a total of $4.4 million in federal taxes, including self-employment and household employment taxes. There were only 2 of those 6 years where the Trumps' adjusted gross income was positive. $24.3 million in 2018 and $4.4 million in 2019. The analysis showed that the tax burden on the former first couple climbed during those years, with the Trumps paying close to $1 million in taxes in 2018 and $133,445 in 2019. While the pandemic ravaged the nation in 2020, the Trumps claimed a $4.8 million loss and paid no federal taxes. Following a protracted legal battle that started in April 2019 and proceeded all the way to the Supreme Court, the returns have now been made public. The 29-page executive summary of the panel's report reveals that the IRS neglected to carry out a required audit of Donald Trump's tax returns during his first 2 years in office. This got around a provision that was put in place in response to a dispute over former President Richard Nixon's taxes in 1977. On April 3, 2019, the day after committee chairman Richard Neal, D. Massachusetts, wrote to the IRS requesting information on the returns, the IRS just started looking into the former president's individual tax return for 2015, the year he declared his candidacy. You won't find many people who adore Christmas as much as Donald Trump, but this year's festivities may be a little underwhelming. The former U.S. president has always been a strong supporter of fervently observing the holiday season and participated in a pro-Merry Christmas campaign while in office. He asserted that he fought back against the Democrats' war on Christmas and his attempt to eradicate the festival by urging people to say Merry Christmas once more in place of Good Holidays. He declared the entire day of Christmas Eve in 2020 a federal holiday and planned up to 2 festive events every day for the entire month of December. On the other hand, it doesn't appear that the Trump household will celebrate the holiday very much this year. Family strife this Christmas, there might be some tension at the Trump family dinner table and it has nothing to do with the dry turkey. In other news, it's amazing how often trouble finds the lawyers representing former President Donald Trump. Look no farther than the committee's final report from January 6, which singled out Trump's senior legal counsel for potential criminal law infractions. The committee charged that Trump broke 4 laws in an effort to. The panel claimed that Trump received enough of assistance from people who were typically entrusted with keeping their client out of legal trouble in order to carry out his evil plans. On the other hand, it seems like Trump's attorneys enjoy raising the heat. As suspected Trump collaborators, the committee singled out attorneys John Eastman, Rudy Giuliani, Jeffrey Clark, and Ken Chesebro for additional Justice Department inquiry. The committee charged Trump with obstruction of justice, conspiracy, and inciting or aiding an uprising. The committee claims that Trump's lawyers and Mark Meadows, his former chief of staff in the White House, were instrumental in his attempts. Representative Jamie Raskin, a Democrat from Maryland who sits on the committee, asserted that former President Trump did not engage in a scheme to defraud the United States acting alone. He engaged into legal and informal agreements with a number of other people who helped him with his criminal ambitions. These are far from the only Trump attorneys who have had their actions while representing the man who was elected as the 45th president of the United States called into question. As Trump once put it, very legal and very cool.